Aiden. And today we are going to show you how to make the peplum from the essential set. I'll show you guys. And today we are going to show you guys how to make it, and let's get sewing.
Our required pieces for this tutorial will be the front bodice, the back bodice, the circle skirts, 2 of them, short sleeves, 2 of them, and 1 neckband. To begin, you're going to want to run a gathering stitch around the waist of the circle skirt, and that's going to help ease it into the bodice if it stretches out. So run that stitch down and then put the bodice right side together with the skirt and clip it to the waist. Now we're going to take it over to the machine and we're going to sew it using a stretch stitch. Now we're going to repeat those steps on the other skirt and bodice piece. Next, we're going to lay the front bodice and the back bodice right sides together, and we're going to sew at the shoulder seams. Here my dress pieces are right sides together and they're lined up at the shoulder seams as shown by the clips, and we're just going to sew both those spots. Now we're going to move on to the sleeve. So fold your sleeve in half and you're going to find the center line. Mark the center line. I've marked it with a clip. Open your bodice up so that it's laying face up and place your sleeve on that shoulder seam that we just sewed so that the center line of the sleeve is aligned with the shoulder sleeve, the shoulder seam. Open the sleeve up so that's face down with the dress and clip it or pin it to that shoulder seam line with the seam pushed towards the back of the dress. And now we're going to take the corners of the sleeve and match it up with the corner of the arm side. Now that it's clipped to the dress, we can take it over to the machine and start to sew it. So we'll start sewing from one corner to that seam, and when we get there we're going to gently stretch it. We're going to remove that clip. We're going to continue sewing down to the other corner. This is what it looks like after it's sewn. So now we're going to sew the other sleeve on. With both the sleeves sewn on, we're going to fold the dress right side together, line up all the side seams, and then we're going to sew the side seams. And we're going to start at the bottom of the sleeve and sew down the sleeve and then down the side of the dress and finish at the bottom of the skirt. So here's what our dress looks like now. We're just going to turn it right side out and then start working on our neckband. So take your neckband and first we're going to fold it right sides together. And then we're going to fold it one more time. Now we're going to take it to the machine and we're going to sew it right where that clip is. Now that it's sewn, we're just going to turn it right side out. So with your neckband right side out, put a pin 180 degrees out from your seam line. This is going to be where the neckband attaches to the front of the dress, and the seam line will be where the neckband attaches to the back of the dress. So here I've marked my bodice front center line and center line back, and all you have to do is fold it in half and put a pin in it on both those spots. So now we're going to attach the neckband to the bodice on the outside of the bodice. Okay, so with our neckband pinned in place, we're going to take it over to the machine and we're going to sew it. We're going to start sewing in the back We're going to pull that pin out. Then we're going to gently stretch just the neckband to get to that front or center line. Then we'll pull the pin out and we'll continue sewing onto the back. Great, so now with the neckband sewn, let's just flip that inside and we'll get started on hemming those sleeves. So to hem the sleeve, all we're going to do is we're going to fold that bottom of the sleeve up 1 inch towards the inside of the sleeve. Perfect. And now we're going to repeat that on the other sleeve. Awesome. So now we just need to take this over to our sewing machine and sew it. I'm going to use my cover stitch machine, but if you just have a regular sewing machine, you can sew it using a zigzag or whatever stretch stitch you prefer. Hemmed, and I went ahead and I top stitched my neckband because I like the way that looks. If you want to top stitch your neckband and you don't have a cover stitch machine, use a zigzag stitch or another stretch stitch that's on your regular sewing machine. So now the last step is to hem the skirt, and because it's a circle skirt, I'm going to do a rolled hem. I like the way that it finishes better, but if you aren't able to do a rolled hem on your serger, you can turn the skirt up 1 inch, just like we did with the sleeves, and stitch it that way. There we have it. We're all done. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.